Mr. Baker, I would say that you have suggested a number of what I would say expensive proposals for the county. And my question to you is, I've heard you mention that you want to pursue something that we have been pursuing for many years, which is taking the hospital off the county's dole. And I support that as well. My question to you is, given all that you have recommended in terms of initiatives, everything that you have suggested is costly. I have not heard you lay out a sound way to balance this budget in light of the structural deficit at the state, the deficits we're facing at the county, and you don't support apparently repeal and trim. What is your answer on how to meet and pay for all of the proposals you've suggested we ought to fund?
Thank you. The things that I promised in this campaign, and I've said it everywhere I go, and I want to say it as publicly as I can. I will not furlough or let go our public safety workers or our teachers. Because once we do that, anytime you talk about furloughing, that's our mortgage, that's our image. If we furlough those folks, if we start sending a signal to the world around us that we don't really care about the things that we say are our priorities, then people start putting their houses up for sale. Businesses won't come here. So that is the only thing that is off the table. We start with taking the hospital. It is ridiculous. We're going to spend somewhere around $125 million by the time it's over on the hospital itself in Prince George's County. We cannot sustain that. No subdivision can. Baltimore City doesn't pay for its health care that way. It is a state obligation. And the way that we get it off our tax rolls is to move it to the state. And the way that we move it to the state is to change the conversation. Not about the hospital, but about health care. We should be proposing, as the second largest jurisdiction in the state, health care reform throughout the entire state to make sure we have a quality health hospital here, but health clinics throughout. The other thing is, you know what? I was in appropriation for 4 years, the budget committee. The second largest jurisdiction, we have more votes than anybody else, and if you look at what we bring back here, considering what we spend, what we send down there, it's ridiculous. Whether you're talking about transportation, whether you're talking about money for one, start by not sending $5 million back to HUD. Let's keep that here. The other is to make sure that we're getting our fair share from Annapolis. The other is my relationships with federal government, state government. We have to start going after grants. We have to go after those grants to make sure that we have, one, get a grant writer to help us. But in the areas, social service, time is up.